1, 2, 3. Happy Saturday. Why do you keep doing that? It's disturbing.
I like my nipples.
I don't.
Can a man love his nipples?
No.
I have nipples, Diggs. Can you?
And if you gotta love one thing, you gotta love it all.
Yeah. I'm a boob man.
All right, all right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Vets with Vendettas. I'm your host, Lee Wiggins. And to my right... Hold on.
That's me. That's me.
Wait for it.
As always, to my right.
Vets.
The guy who punched an old lady in the face for a butterscotch.
Yeah.
Charles Diggs.
Fuck that old bitch. Don't bring out the Werthers if you're not going to offer any.
He really wanted it.
And from our satellite New York studio.
That's my spoons.
The guy who curses more often than a heartbeat, Ben Cornish. How we doing?
It's a wonderful Saturday.
It is.
Can you imagine Ben's just conversation just be this? And
if somebody owned like the royalties every time that was used, they'd be like filthy rich.
Right.
Like a trillionaire.
all right, guys, let's get it going, guys. This is episode 18, and today we're going to cover...
We're legal. We're legal now.
We're legal.
Yeah.
We're going to cover
What?
survival tips in the woods or desert and things like that.
Right.
We're going to cover some military traditions, and we're going to talk about what dreams mean.
Yeah.
Hopefully you have happy dreams like that. Okay, just before we get started, guys, if you're new to the show, just give you a little summary of what we are. We are three veterans. We talk about the news. We talk about current events. We talk about pretty much our life and our weird, sick perspective on it.
Yeah. That is
Pretty much.
bingo.
Our news, current news. It just makes you go,
What the fuck? Pretty much. I mean, you'd think in the military, like, there's always that one. Well, apparently
Yeah, pretty
there's
much.
millions. Apparently
Pretty
there's
much.
millions.
So, guys, if you like our channel, please hit the thumbs up. If you don't like us, hit the thumbs down. Please, if you like us, you like to make a comment about about our show, like, please comment. It helps our algorithm, helps the show out, helps promote us. All right, we're gonna get going with Diggs first with the news.
Thank you,
fake
Lee.
tie.
Great job on sports, Dave. Okay. Right out the gate. These damn Indians. Not talking
Are we
feathers.
talking 7-Eleven Indians
Yes,
or talking
not feathers, red dots.
Oh, wait, no.
This man in India, I don't know if it said his. Oh, they did say his name. Gaurav Sharma, 32 of Delhi, was arrested after he tied balloons to his Pomeranian named Dollar in an attempt to make the dog fly. Apparently, this dude has his own YouTube channel,
God.
oh my God. So, like, the animal activists saw the video.
Oh, I'm sure.
And they're like,
Of course they did.
They had a fucking heart attack. And, well, to the dog's, well, to their defense, the dog did float into somebody's balcony. I haven't seen the video yet, but if it was like a strong wind gust and he just Pomeranied right into that shit and just got fucked up.
Pomeranian.
Just got
It's a new word.
the Pomeranian got pummeled and placed by the Pittsburgh Penguins.
What was he trying to accomplish?
I don't know. I just see if the dog could fly, like if they could put
Lose a
enough
bet.
balloons on him to get
What
on
it
flight.
was is his wife said, "No more sex until dogs fly." So,
Oh my God! Get the balloons. I guess. I mean, you know what? I don't blame them. Like Pomeranians, I don't think I've ever met a cool Pomeranian.
Are this those little pocket
Yeah.
foot dogs?
They're little assholes. They got major
Yeah.
little
It
dog
had
complex.
it coming.
Yeah. Like my mom used to go to this place where they sold a bunch of she used to paint ceramic.
Okay.
So the supply
Right.
house, the woman had a little Pomeranian, and they were like, "Oh, she doesn't like people over like 5 feet or something." I'm like, that's another topic. We got people with their dogs and their dumbass excuses for
I had
why
that on
they
the
hate
list. Yeah.
right.
certain people.
It's
Like,
on our list.
yeah, he just doesn't like people that are darker than Uncle Ben on Uncle Ben's.
See, even dogs are racist.
Yeah. But anyway, that Pomeranian was an asshole. And so I don't blame him for using a Pomeranian. So yeah,
got
anyway,
next,
but he got arrested. Whatever. And
Shit.
whatever, I guess. But I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, if you got a YouTube channel, make dogs fly. I don't know.
Fuck, why not?
Why not? Moving on. Second funny story in the news. Walmart calls cops on grandpa for cleaning up their trash. Oh, by the way, on that first one, that was from the TorontoSun.com. I like to give credit where credit's due.
So, I mean, do you think that was more of like a legal issue? You know, like they didn't want the guy getting hurt and suing them, or
I mean, I think it was more like they made it seem like, and basically they were like, he's trespassing, but I think it's like they feel like he's making them look bad.
Right.
well, clean up your fucking mess.
Yeah. So
Leave my shit alone.
Yeah.
Literally. Leave my
this is from Oddie. I think it's odd. ODDEE.com.
Oddie.
A
Sure.
Walmart supercenter in Mexico, Maine. I didn't know there was such place as Mexico, Maine. Like, where are you from? Mexico. Oh, like South.
Maine?
No, Maine.
I like the left
No, I'm from Maine. I just thought
So it's a town. It's a town in Maine called Mexico.
Yes.
I've heard it all.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. May 26th. So basically, long story short, this guy went into the store. He's been going into the store for years. This was building for years, apparently. Behind the store was just filth, like as far as you could see. And then what really pissed his grandpa off is, Maine's all like nature and like a lot of like beautiful landscape and
Right.
shit.
Yeah, it's all
Right.
foresty.
So he was pissed that like right at the base of this little hill behind Walmart, there was a river. And he was like, that shit's just going into the river. Do something about it. This is boiling for like years. So he recently went in and was like, I need to speak to a manager, and complained that there was a crazy amount of trash behind this Walmart, and the manager didn't do anything about it. He said he came back and they had like raked all the trash down to the bottom of the hill. I'm like, what? Like,
well,
so,
if they were in Baltimore, he'd have his work cut out for him.
Right.
This
yeah.
is some bullshit, man. It's everywhere.
I know. So he basically took matters into his own hands and went and grabbed some trash bags. And not only did he bag the trash, but he was throwing it in his truck to get rid of it. Some employees
So what are they complaining about?
Yeah, some employees saw him and like called the manager.
Wow.
The manager asked him to leave. And so before he got in any trouble, he's like, yeah, I'll leave. But like, how bad of PR is this for Walmart? Like,
yeah.
you look
That doesn't make any
bad.
sense.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like, I mean, dude, first of all, you got guys that go out and fucking get the shopping carts and stuff, give them a bag, tell them to go out back and pick up the fucking trash.
That's
it's
it.
your property. You are responsible for it.
Right. I don't
You tell him, Ben.
know.
Pisses me off.
And because
I can see.
we all three know that there is insane global warming going
I
on.
know.
It's out of control. It's
45 degrees in the end of May.
no, it's not. Yeah. So
Man, do you
so
remember?
hot.
Do you remember You remember driving through Iraq, man? I mean, literally a field, like a fucking cornfield, but it's just piles of garbage.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you see dogs out there and kids and all. I mean, dude, it's
yeah. I tried
sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, and yet for some reason, America is blamed for global warming.
Right.
What does trash have to do with global warming?
It
puts off whatever. I don't know. It puts off plastic fumes that
cows have more.
Impregnate.
I mean, I understand, litter is not good. You know what I mean? You got non-biodegradable things getting in and it, kills animals and stuff like that. I get it, but America does more than any other country in this world to combat global warming.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
If not the most, we are damn near. We're up there.
I'd say we're in the running.
Fact check Ben, please.
Right. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't fact check because I don't know the answer.
Right, but
so we're gonna get you off the hook on that one.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah, I guess.
For now.
Yeah. Right.
What we got next?
So last story. It's an explosive one. So apparently.
Oh, is it that explosive or no?
That probably was audio of this particular incident. So not only did the man explode inside of his wife to get her pregnant, they had an explosive. Boom. In Kingston, New Hampshire, a man was charged. By the way, this is WTOP.com. Kingston, New Hampshire, a man was charged Monday for an explosive gender reveal party that was heard by nearby residents in New Hampshire and Massachusetts.
So a state away.
Basically, I mean, it's got to be probably like right on the border or something. But this man, Anthony Spinelli of Kingston, was charged with disorderly conduct, police said. It wasn't immediately known if he had a lawyer or a phone number. Couldn't be found for him, blah, blah, blah. Basically, this man went to a quarry, the Toromeo. I don't know. They were doing a gender reveal party, and he basically blew up 80 pounds of tannerite.
Oh, my God.
Damn. 80 pounds?
80 pounds.
Idiot.
I don't know what the translation is to sticks of dynamite. That's got to be like 5 sticks of dynamite. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm way off. But I know once I took tannerite to go shoot at a range. It was like a little farm that we were allowed to go shoot at.
Mm-hmm.
And we put one container under a lawnmower and shot it, and it blew the lawnmower apart. And that was one little container. Maybe let's say it was a pound. 80 packages of that.
Wow.
That's insane. There's also a really cool video where a guy got rid of some wild hogs by like luring them in with food. And then once there was like 40 there, he shot the tannerite and blew them all to pieces.
From Quora.com, 1 pound of dynamite is equal to 2.5 pounds of tannerite.
Oh, so there was
2.9. So
that was
almost triple. Yeah.
That was a loud explosion. I speaking on this though, these gender reveals are getting retarded. Like, I thought it was cool when they did the balloons. You know, they pop a balloon. Like, now we got people doing.
I don't see as much as I used to though.
No, well, yeah,
I think it's kind of faded.
Yeah,
I still don't fully understand. What is it? Just like a couple having a kid, and they're like, "Oh, this is what we're having." Is that what it is?
Yeah,
our gender reveal was like she was getting ultrasound. Oh, he's got a penis. He's a boy. Hey, he's a boy.
Dude,
throw some blue powder in your face.
I called my mom, called my dad. Hey, I'm having a boy. That's my gender reveal party.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. I don't.
Here's your cigar.
I think in most cases, the woman obviously knows, but the man doesn't. So the man is the one that's doing whatever or is unaware, and the reveal is more or less for him. Obviously, it's for him, but
they should have a gender reveal for someone of the that's not the same color. That'd be more of like a, oh, look,
what do you mean?
the baby's black. Imagine that. It's not blue or pink. It's just black.
Yeah.
What you trying to say?
Black smoke. Yeah. I mean,
guess what? It's not yours.
Or vice versa. If it's a white, it's a black couple. It's white smoke. If it's a cheated white baby.
Yeah. I like it.
Let's not discriminate here.
Well, that's milk colored smoke. Is that the fucking milkman?
It's Jerry, your partner.
Yeah.
It's blue. It's got to be the postman.
Oh, wow. But yeah, I mean, you got tires now that smoke pink or blue for gender reveals.
Oh, yeah,
People do burnouts. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? Stop.
Yeah, let's move on to something else on that.
It's not all about clout, man. Just fucking tell people that you're having a boy or girl, and that's it.
Moving on.
Right. Put some balloons on your fucking mailbox and call it a day.
Exactly.
Yeah. Get a blue tattoo
or think of something
dick
else
on your forehead or something. I don't know. That's all I got as far as news. Ben had the...
Let's do our current events.
Yeah. What you got, Ben?
All right, folks, in this day and age of fear mongering, okay,
right,
we've got multiple states, okay.
Sorry.
This is the thing that I don't understand. If COVID is such a devastating force to be reckoned with, why do we have multiple states bribing people to get the vaccine? Case in point, New York, Vax and Scratch. It's a $20 to a $5 million prize lottery. For, I guess it's at random. I don't know exactly how they're doing it. You can also get a free park pass to go to like a state park, something like that.
Wow.
West Virginia has $100 savings bonds.
What?
Yeah. Ohio has a Vax-A-Million, which, I mean, kind of.
That was the 5 people.
Right. If this doesn't give you a red flag, I don't know what does.
I don't know what else to
dude, I got
to you, man. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Dude, I got a ton. Oregon, it's called Take Your Shot.
You mean Oregon?
It's a $1 million lottery. Maryland has Vax Cash. It's a $40,000 to $400,000 drawing. California has NBA season tickets and a $1.5 million prize. Connecticut is Drinks on Us, which you get a free drink. New Jersey also has a free beer drink. Kentucky is a $225,000 cash prize. Colorado has a $1 million cash prize each week for 4 to 5 weeks. And it's just, I mean, these are just, I looked it up in 5 minutes and this is what I found.
Wow.
Here's the deal. Wow. If we truly just lived through the most deadly fucking pandemic ever, you wouldn't have to convince people to get the vaccine.
No.
Right.
They'd be lining up for it.
If I was at Home Depot and I was like, sir, could you show me that? And I look back and he was dead.
Right.
And they're like, oh, it's COVID. I'm like, give it to me. Give it to me. This is, oh man, there's something. I don't
even know what to say anymore.
We don't know what is going on, but
as we do.
I would say we don't know the reason. Well, kind of, we do know the reason. Well, we kind of feel like we know the reason, but like,
yeah, we don't have any proof.
It's all conspiracy theories, but
yeah, I mean,
yeah,
on, man.
But like, you can't convince us otherwise.
No,
because I'm sorry. What?
Let it out.
Why would they have?
Let it out.
Why would they have to bribe you to get a vaccine for something that is so deadly?
Right.
Quote unquote.
Right.
You know?
And then you got Biden that's like, get vaccinated or pay the price.
Yeah, is that a threat, buddy?
Yeah. I'm like, you fucking threat? Like,
Right.
I'll never see anything like this probably again in my lifetime. Like,
I hope not.
I am
hope not.
100% confident that the total number of people they said died, cut it in half again. That's probably the real number.
It's even less than that. Dude, they say 6% of that 500,000 people. This is actually on the CDC website. 6% actually died of COVID itself.
Yeah.
The other 94% had some kind of comorbidity.
Right.
That's a conspiracy, man.
Or
they died in a freaking car accident,
Exactly.
but because they, were tested positive.
Exactly.
I know. Jason Voorhees can come down and chop your head off, and they would count it as COVID.
The coroner would come down, dip his pinky in your blood. But
Right.
COVID.
Tastes like COVID.
Write down COVID death on that
That's high
on that
octane
death
COVID
certificate.
too, Bubba.
High octane COVID. That ain't regular 87 COVID. That's 93
Right.
COVID. But I mean, seriously, I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm just like,
No, you're good.
I've never, and that part right there, we're not even making up.
No.
They came out and publicly said, we are counting deaths of XYZ as COVID deaths. And they can publicly come out and say this. And if you say that to someone else on the street, like, that's a conspiracy. I'm like, bitch, do the research. This fucking woman just came out and said this on national television.
Right.
Anytime I hear anyone say it's a conspiracy theory, I already think you're not a critical thinker.
No, absolutely. You're just one of those people that just exists.
Right. And also,
No, come on, because
and this is what I hear in my head when they say that. That's not a valid point.
Perfect.
it's because they're automatically taking what CNN, MSNBC, and all these other fucking, news organizations are putting out. They're like, oh, don't listen to anybody who does their fucking research.
Right.
Listen to us.
And that is.
The funny you say research. I ask them, well, have you done research? Oh, yeah. Well, okay. Well, where'd you get you do research? Oh, well, I was listening to the radio and TV. I'm like, no.
Yeah, no.
No. That's not research.
Oh man, but
That's not
But-
imagine if they, gave these incentives for the flu or fucking polio or anthrax or, I mean, there are so many more worse things out there than fucking COVID, and nobody's. Oh, come on in. We'll give you a blowjob if you get the vaccine. Nobody's doing this.
Dude, we lived through Ebola.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, Carrot
All right.
Top is worse.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Carrot Top.
Shit.
It's funny, bro. Carrot
Seen
Top.
Carrot Top?
I just watched the Carrot Top episode on Reno 911 where he was like throwing shit out there.
Yeah.
Side story, but it was
We'll save that for later.
hilarious.
Go ahead. What we got?
To kind of continue along with this, FoxNews.com came out the other day with a headline saying explosive study claims to prove Chinese scientists created COVID.
Wow.
Look at
Mind
that.
blown. Actually, no, that's not surprising at all.
No, we knew this.
We've been
Says,
saying this for about a year and a half now.
Yeah.
New study claims to have proof that Chinese scientists created COVID-19 in a lab and then tried to reverse engineer versions of the virus to make it look like it naturally evolved from bats.
Right.
All I have to say is, duh.
Right.
Right.
Duh. Not you, Ben.
Well, we were
Not you.
talking about
No, I
something, and I was like, there's a term for it, and I couldn't think of it. It was like something of function. Remember, they kept saying this.
Change of function or something
Yeah,
like
something
that?
like that. A function.
I know what you're talking
That's
about.
the research they were doing, and that's the research where you're specifically trying to tie a disease to a human being. Gain of function. There it is.
I know.
Gain of function. And so that's how I remember Tucker Carlson like 6 months ago, had that Asian woman from China. And she was like, this came from a lab in Wuhan, the Communist Party of China, blah, 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 blah. She said it then. Like Twitter deleted her thing or whatever, and then they fact checked her, and then they just came back and unfact checked it, and they were like, basically, so they're already basically admitting that she was right, and I'm like, she should sue the fuck out of those motherfuckers.
Yes,
like, yeah,
and absolutely.
Now she can't contact her family. She's stuck. She's stuck here. I think she's in the United States. Pretty sure she's in the United States. Tucker just had her on the other
Could be
night.
worse places to be stuck in, though.
Yeah, but like, basically everybody disowned her. She can't even talk to anybody in her own country because they're a bunch of communist assholes.
Well, I wouldn't want to be associated with them anyway.
Yeah, well, yeah, fuck them. But
the professors that are doing this is British professor Angus Dalglish, and Norwegian scientist Dr.
Right.
I wonder if he's ticklish.
Birgir Sorensen. I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly.
Probably not.
But
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
but basically what it was during their COVID-19 vaccine research that the pair came across a unique fingerprint indicating that the virus didn't come from nature, as they say.
Right.
And it's something like a rare finding in that the COVID carrying virus of a row of 4 amino acids gave off a positive charge to bond in negative human cells. I don't know what that means, but
I could explain it, but it's
basically they're saying that the makeup of COVID is not naturally made. It was man-made.
Yeah. I mean, for people out there that are watching, they're like, that can't be true. We've known this the entire time. We have.
Right.
I mean, what I think is most interesting, and I don't know if you saw this, but apparently with two things. One, I think it was very coincidental that as soon as they linked Fauci to this gain of function testing in fucking Wuhan, that all of a sudden he's like, oh, you can take your mask off and blah, blah, blah. Like, oh,
right.
Pandemic over. Now, fact number 2 is I think it's crazy that I totally lost my chain of
Sorry.
Well, light's falling.
About Fauci.
Yeah, but it was my other thing. I'll think of it. But
I messed up his train of thought. I'm sorry.
yeah, no, it's all good. I don't. Are you like sitting on it or something? Yeah, I don't know. I'll think of it. Shit. But that was funny, by the way.
I messed that segment up.
No. Yeah, we were talking about.
Should we move on? Because you lost your train of
Yeah,
thought.
whatever.
I don't know, unless you can think of it.
No, I probably. Well, now that I'm on the spot, I can't think of it.
We'll wait.
Well, in other news,
Yeah.
Bill Cosby was denied parole.
Oh,
Sorry, Bill.
with the pudding in the pot.
The actor Bill Cosby is from CBSNews.com. Actor Bill Cosby won't be paroled this year after refusing to participate in sex offender programs during his nearly 3 years in a state prison in Pennsylvania.
I'll be sure to light a candle for him.
Yeah. Wait, hold on.
I mean,
refuse to participate. What the fuck else is he doing in there? Is like,
exactly.
No, I've got quilt building at fucking 4. I'm not going to the.
Well,
It's leg day.
my thought is,
You gotta lift the weights.
see, my thought on it is that if he agrees to participate, then he is admitting his guilt. So maybe he thinks by not participating that he is not admitting it in some way.
Bill, we know you're fucking guilty, bro.
Right.
You rapist son of a bitch. Like,
Pretty much.
by the way, I think, because this is a funny show, the funniest I've ever laughed at Family Guy was when Peter Schmidt died. Fucking Peter was in charge of the company, and he started running out these stupid ass inventions, and one of them was the Bill Cosby heart monitor. And it was like beep, beep, boop. Yo, when I first heard that shit, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. I was laughing so hard. Bip, bip, boop. If you haven't seen it, I don't even know what season or episode it is, but like
I know what you're talking about. I've seen
YouTube, it'd be like Bill Cosby heart monitor. But yeah, fuck you, Bill.
Yeah, no, actually, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it said he would resist the treatment programs and refuse to acknowledge his wrongdoing.
Yeah. Oh, so, I remember what I was gonna say. And this is just real quick on the whole on the vaccine or whatever we're talking about there. What's crazy is the other day, Biden announced that he's giving 90 days for them to figure out the origin of where this virus came from. And I said to myself, oh my God, I wonder what they're going to fucking come up with.
That's like asking the murderer to find the killer.
Yeah.
Right. Dude, you know they're going to come up with some off the wall bullshit excuse, bats or something else.
No, here's the other crazy thing without going too far back into it. Where the fuck have they been? We've been asking this question since day one. Yeah. And every time they're just like, what? I can't hear you. You're breaking up.
For over a year now.
Yeah. And now that people are like, where the fuck did this come from? Fauci?
Yup.
It's like, Biden's like, oh shit. 90 days, just 90 days. Figure something.
90 days to come up with a bullshit lie. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm so excited, and I'm so excited we're gonna be doing the show in 90 days, so I can be like, oh, here it is.
So, right, I can see it now. They're gonna be at like a congressional hearing, and they're gonna have like a video monitor, and like, oh, here's our evidence that we found. Oh, it's. They're gonna get Rickroll, you guys.
And they're gonna be like, "Gee, Willie, you got us. You got it. We don't even care anymore where it came from. America must go on."
You know for a fact they're not gonna come out and say that it was from a Chinese laboratory.
No, fuck no.
No.
God,
unreal.
Where the fuck blame Canadian or Canada or something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've got one more story if we want to do it.
Oh, good.
All right. Let's see. Mayor Lori Lightfoot is being.
Oh, you mean Beetlejuice?
Is being sued by a Caucasian reporter from a conservative media outlet due to Lightfoot's decision to only grant journalists of color interviews.
Okay, so I don't know if you read it. You're reading a story, right? They actually said Caucasian, right?
No, they said white.
Oh, either way, it's the same difference.
Yeah.
Why label the person? Just say what they are. They're a journalist. Right.
Yeah.
If there's a black journalist, you don't have to say black. It's just a goddamn journalist.
It's because in this day and age, everything is so racially charged. By the way, this is the dailyherald.com. Everything is so racially charged nowadays.
I can understand if it was like a white alien, then I'm interested.
It's almost like it's almost like a prerequisite, Ben.
Right.
Like
that's what it seems like.
Kitten gets stuck on a tree. Was it a black or white kitten?
Right.
Oh, I don't care.
But I found it funny because, Miss Lori Lightfoot is always, she's like the front runner of this whole racially charged environment that we are living in right now.
Yeah. I wonder if it was Candace Owens. She's a black conservative. I wonder if it's her.
No, it's a white journalist. A white reporter is suing her.
Oh, I thought you said a black conservative. Oh,
no, a white reporter for a conservative media outlet is suing
Lori Lightfoot. Corn on the cob in my ear. No question.
Well, it's because she's only allowing journalists of color to interview
to interview her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
I don't know. It's just
I don't even know what to say.
They should bring back that football player from Beetlejuice that sat down. Like they all died in that plane crash or bus crash or something.
Oh yeah.
I should take interviews from her, from them.
Oh, all right. We got anything else? And that was it, right?
That's all I got.
That's it.
All right, guys. Let's move on to our first topic of today is survival in the woods. Sorry, I don't have a sound effect for that. I couldn't think of anything funny.
Dig's got it.
Yeah.
Well done. I'll go first. I'll start. I have a long list of crap, but I'll just list a couple of things. We'll kind of go back and forth. It's like kind of like a conversation.
Right on.
I got this off the U.S. Hold on, let me scroll down here.
USisTanking.com.
U.S. Forest Services.
Oh.
Okay, so
that sounds like a good website.
Okay, if you get lost somehow, if your dumbass gets lost in the woods, stop and rest when you start to feel tired. Kind of feel like that's not really a.
I thought you went faster. I'm glad that they.
Right.
I thought you stopped and did mountain climbers and jumping jacks.
Calisthenics.
I'm not even kidding. And it says, "Don't wait until you're exhausted." Kind of common sense there. Number 2.
Yeah.
Bend over and kiss your ass goodbye.
At least they're honest. No.
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of good advice there.
That'd be some shit if that really was.
I know. Just bend over and kiss your ass goodbye.
Like you get service out there, like, oh my God, we're going to die. Number 1.
Right.
Number 2, kiss your ass.
Number 3 is don't bother with number 1.
Oh, it's great.
Okay. If your body can't hike hard and digest food at the same time. That kind of makes sense, but make sure you drink enough water to avoid dehydration. Well, if you're lost in the goddamn woods, if you don't have any bottled water on you, you know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do? Like,
You dig.
you could dig. What if you don't have a shovel?
I mean, actually,
Find a fucking rock.
in my research, I found
You
like
got all the answers, don't
little
you?
things like, head to lower ground because obviously water runs downhill. You could do, stuff like that. But
Well, what it is humans generally live in a valley. So what it is you follow a stream downhill, which will lead to a larger body of water.
Right.
There's a lot of settlements around, bodies of water,
Right.
Not to mention people generally live in a valley.
Right.
Yeah.
Another one that I had was before hiking, find out what area you are in, because depending on where you are, moss can help you with direction. If you're in the northern hemisphere, moss generally grows on the north side of trees,
Oh, I didn't know that.
and in the southern hemisphere, it grows on the south side of trees.
Oh, another one that says stop and fix small problems while they're still small.
Right.
I mean, are they talking about like stopping tying your shoe or?
You never know. You
know.
could be like,
Hey, I mean,
oh,
shit.
my shoe's untied. I'm not worried about it. Then trip and fucking roll down a mountain. A bear. Grizzly.
Another one I had was,
quickly.
Another one I had is when all else fails, the sun. Everybody should know, you're taught in grade school, rises in the east, sets in the west.
Right.
Well, it kind of goes along with the next one. Avoid hiking between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m.
Right.
I mean, I guess the hottest time of the times of the day. So
Exactly.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Not to mention, if you know you're going to be outside overnight, build a shelter. A lean-to is a relatively easy thing to build.
Do you want to contribute anything?
Oh. I actually read.
I'm sorry, I was just fucking with you.
No. This is actually pretty interesting. I looked up, because one of the things was to find food. So they're like generally avoid mushrooms because
You never know.
they could be poisonous or whatever. But this was more
Right.
along the lines of whether it's poisonous or not. So they say generally toxic plants will have white or yellow berries. So stay away from those. I didn't know that. Any plant that has shiny leaves is normally not good for you. If the plant has milky sap, it's generally poisonous, or if it's umbrella shaped. And then it goes on to say that if you're to eat bugs, avoid bright colored ones, because usually those are the
high cholesterol,
more poisonous one. And
Right.
they gave this cool test that you can do. Like, let's say you do find some vegetation and you're not sure whether it's poisonous or not. It's a 3-step process: the rub, the lips, and then the bite. So
yeah, I heard about
rub
that.
some on your skin, wait 15 minutes. If there's a reaction, if there's not a reaction, you can go on to phase 2, which is to
Right.
rub some on your lips. And then finally was to take a little bite. And then on the article, it was like, take a little bite and wait 8 hours. I'm like, I got to wait 8 hours to eat this fucking leaf?
No, thank you.
Yeah. It's like, 8 hours is
I'll risk it.
A good one, actually, a good one that I found that, I mean, it makes a lot of sense is if you are caught in the snow, do not eat snow for hydration, because ingesting cold snow actually makes your body work harder to warm it up.
I saw that.
So what you should do is, put snow in a bag and kind of carry it with you next to your body as you're walking, and your body temperature will heat it up to, melt it.
Right.
Or, you melt it over a fire or something like that.
And just in case you're not aware, that yellow snow, no. It's not lemon.
You don't want that.
Not lemon.
You know what? But speaking, goddamn, I just lost my page here.
Well, here's one I just want to bring up. It says but it says bring more than enough food and water for the activity you plan. Okay, well, I guess if you're planning to go hiking and you get lost, that's one thing. But let's say your car breaks down,
right?
You're not prepared. You're not gonna. That kind of moot at that point. So I mean, unless you're a Boy Scouts, always prepared for everything.
Yeah.
Because they say generally, if your car breaks down, don't go too far from it.
Yeah.
Primarily
you
because
would follow the road too anyway, I guess.
Right.
And then you should probably buy foreign next time.
But snow, jungle, desert, whatever the case may be, shelter is key.
Yep.
Shelter and fire.
You know what? Interesting thing I remember seeing when I was younger, and it was brought back up in an article, is the snow. It's like, do not be afraid to make shelter out of snow. Like, snow is the perfect insulator.
Yeah.
And I remember a story about how, when these guys do the Iditarod race, I don't know if you're familiar with that, the one in Alaska.
Yeah, the dog sled.
Huge dog sled.
Mm-hmm.
What somebody said in like a documentary was that, like, in the morning, every time the guy would come out of his tent, you wouldn't see any dogs, and he would whistle, and they would all literally come flying up out of the snow, because these dogs were so smart that they would literally just lay down in the snow and let the snow on them and create like a dome. And then they're super warm because now they're in like their own little cocoon, and then their body heats the inside.
Right.
So I thought that was super smart of these dogs to just let themselves get covered with snow. And then how cool would it be to come out in the morning and be like, all right, boys. And everybody's just like,
right.
out of the snow, like, oh shit, it's time to roll.
So a few points I had for the desert is, do most of your traveling at night, avoid during the day, primarily because of how hot it is.
Yep.
If you're going to try and signal during the day, you want to use a fire. At night, if you have a flashlight, use that to signal. If not, a fire will work as well. And another one is like, a lot of these guys, chop a cactus or whatever and drink the water from a cactus. In theory, yes, it could work, but they also say you should avoid anything with prickers, primarily because they could have some kind of bacteria on it or something like that. And if you scratch yourself, you could be in a world of shit.
Yeah,
so if you're ever trying to find
step 2.
Yeah.
Say again.
No, I'm just saying, if that happens, go back to step 2.
Right. But I mean, if you're looking for water, dig. Groundwater is usually no more than a foot, maybe a little bit more underground. Usually you can find it relatively easily. And not just that, groundwater for the most part is clean because it's filtered through the
sand,
right.
All that stuff.
Right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What I found interesting about desert stuff was two things. The one thing said stay hungry, and I was like, what does that mean? And humans have this thing about them, like when we eat food, we want to drink, and so this is more along the lines of prioritizing, and it's like if you can just drink and not eat, because if you eat, you're gonna get thirsty.
Yeah. Right.
So if you had to pick, just drink and remain hungry, because you can survive a lot longer without food than you can without water.
Right.
So it's more of a priority thing. And the second thing is, and I surprisingly learned this, like when I was doing my prerequisites for nursing school and stuff like that, was to cover your mouth. A lot of people don't realize that, like, so this stems back to like nursing school and anatomy and physiology and all this other stuff that I took, but they were like, what are some ways that you dehydrate yourself? And so we're saying like sweating, taking a piss, and my professor was like, what about every time you exhale? Don't you, if you exhale on a mirror, don't you see
droplets? Yeah.
It doesn't turn into water. So every time you exhale, you're losing moisture in your body. So this article said to keep, actually the title was keep your mouth shut. Because the more you breathe through your mouth, out through your mouth, the more fluid you lose. And even though you don't really think about that much, like
the more you know.
Yeah.
Right.
So keep your mouth shut. You're out in the desert.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lee.
No, I was just going to say some more common sense tips, I guess, for some smart people, I guess.
It's
go ahead.
No, I was going to say some of it is not so common.
Well, that's why we're providing this service.
Yeah. There you go.
Sturdy hiking boots, clothes that you can layer depending on the weather conditions, and additional socks in case ones of your wearing get wet, or in case you're an idiot and you're like me and have one's black, one's white. Or gray and white.
Yeah.
Blanket, flashlight, matches, water resistant. Can keep them in a water resistant. Oh, Jesus Christ! Kept in a water resistant container.
There you go.
And other items that will help you survive overnight if necessary. Another tip would be just don't go into the woods, you idiot.
Yeah.
How about that? Stay home.
Yeah. If you don't know what you're doing,
just stay home.
Or just don't go that far.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, plain and simple, do your research, find out where you're going, the terrain you're going to, and find out different survival techniques. Like, for instance, the jungle. You don't want to drink water in the jungle unless it's rainfall.
Right.
Everything else needs to be boiled.
Right. Now,
otherwise you're going to get dysentery and shit.
I should have looked up what you do in case you come in contact with a bear, other than step 2.
That's like a staple on the show now.
Right. I heard, and I don't know how true this is, maybe you guys can fact check me on this. I heard you don't move, you stay still.
Yeah.
And you back away slowly. You just don't turn and run like an idiot.
Oh, yeah.
Or is that a lion? I don't know.
I'm
just going off of
I know a guy said, I guess it really depends. If you're physically being engaged by a bear, then all that shit goes out the window.
I'm running up a tree.
Yeah. They can climb trees.
Right?
I'll get up there faster.
You're deadly.
No, dude. Those motherfuckers climb trees fast.
Well, there goes my plan B.
Like, those bitches are like up a tree so fast it would blow your mind.
Yeah.
But anyway.
See, I don't know. I've heard like you try to make yourself as big as possible and like make as much noise as you can.
Right.
Or maybe just shit yourself and maybe the smell will drive them away. I don't know.
That might work. That might work.
I'm not eating this guy.
Like, I knew I shouldn't have shit when I left camp. Now I can't shit. Now I can't shit myself.
Right.
No,
All right.
There was a viral video of a guy who was attacked by a grizzly.
There's a ton of those I've seen.
Yeah, this guy was like really destroyed. He had like the puncture wounds on his forearm. He was like, I felt when she bit down the crunch, my whole arm's broken.
Ow.
He's like, I don't even know what's going on there. And he was like, I don't even want to take my hat off because I don't even know what's going on there. There's
Right.
like blood pouring
No
down his
skull.
face.
It's just his brain popping
But
out.
he just got attacked and he decided to whip out his phone and record like what had happened. And then I think he still had to hike like 4 miles back to
Jeez.
Damn.
But it's an interesting story. He was like, that bear covered like 100 yards in like 4 seconds or something. He said,
Oh yeah.
she made it look like she was just going away. And then she like tactically blindsided him by running around this hill or something.
Wow.
But he said, my whole point of this is he said, if you're being physically attacked, play dead. Cover the back of your neck because that's most important. You don't want your spine getting crushed or the back of your head. So cover the back of your head. And he's like, play dead. And that's
Real
supposed
quick.
to go ahead.
From nps.gov. If you're being attacked by a brown or a grizzly bear, they say to leave your pack, like your backpack, and play dead. But if it's a black bear, do not play dead. Try to escape. And it says, try to escape to a secure place, such as a car or a building. If escape is not possible, try to fight back using any object available. Concentrate your kicks and blows on the bear's face and muzzle.
Told you.
Uppercut.
Oh, you can.
So
Street Fighter.
I mean, I don't know. I guess, black. So key thing, brown or a grizzly bear, play dead. But if it's a black bear, don't play dead.
So if you're colorblind, you're pretty much screwed, aren't you? I think it's brown. Oh, wait, it's black shit.
But this,
Shit.
Me thinking in the whole cancel culture thing, I'm like, well, what was it? Because it's a black bear.
You gotta fight
can
it?
take a black bear. Black bears ain't shit. Is that what we're doing, America? Black bears
It's
ain't shit.
racist.
Or black bear's ghetto now?
Black bears are easy to beat up. Is
I'm
that?
from the west side of the woods, man. What you gonna do?
Oh man,
That's pretty much all I had. I mean, the rest of it's kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I really got. Too.
Just do your research before you go out hiking or go anywhere that you are not familiar with.
Oh, and the one last tip, it said, go and contact the nearest rangers and let them know like what's going on and the nearest bear sightings and floods and things like that, trails, being in case of mudslides and stuff like that. You don't want to be stuck.
Gotcha.
Always, always, always let somebody know where you go.
Yep.
Exactly.
Always.
It's kind of what they're saying here.
39 and a half hours or whatever that movie was.
I still like my original and just dunk on the goddamn woods. Just stay home. Watch Discovery Channel.
Especially if you're black. You have no business being out there any goddamn.
That's what Netflix is for.
Just
Stay
set your
home.
tent up in the parking lot and just call it a day.
Okay. All right, guys, let's move on to our second segment, which is going to be dreams and what they mean.
Pamela.
I was thinking pizza, but hey, priorities.
Sorry.
Let's start off with Diggy this time.
Oh, okay. So, what I came to find, and I found out most of this information from either cnet.com or time.com. So basically the general rule of dreams is like no doctor has ever concretely said that they know exactly why we dream. It's all speculation.
Right.
I think because it stems from the brain and we know probably less about the brain than we do everything on this planet. But it's apparently that dreams, they say that dreams are made up of thoughts, images, sensations, and sounds that occur during sleep. They are a collaboration of thoughts, stresses, I can't read my hand right. Oh, emotions, events, people, places, and symbols that are relevant to the dreamer. what I did find out is the more vivid the dream, the more like in detail, I guess, if you were to put it under a focal plane, and the crisp ones that you can see and remember really good happen in REM sleep, which is your deepest sleep cycle. And then I was kind of curious as to like when dreams were first like documented. And it turns out like Aristotle was writing about dreams as early as 325 BC.
Wow.
Damn.
So it's been around for a while.
Well, I mean, Native Americans used dreams to interpret a lot of things as well.
Yeah. They either like they thought they were predictions,
right?
Or they thought that they were like visions from other dead people or something along those lines. I saw, but my most interesting thing about this is from time.com. This guy Sigmund Freud. Is it Freud?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Freud. He basically said that dreams are repressed conflicts or desires, which is why we probably have a lot of sexual ones. Little morning.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But, this guy Carl Jung, who's some sort of doctor, was basically saying that dreams are the brain's way of dumping information. So this other guy, Max Planck, who works at the Medical Institute of Heidelberg, Germany, found that anesthetized mice, their neocortex fires when they sleep, which is part of the brain, signaling the hippocampus from short-term storage. So the hippocampus basically clears to gather more information while the neocortex decides what to transfer to long-term memory and what to discard. So basically, what you're seeing, what he thinks that we're seeing is when your neocortex and your hippocampus are communicating and deciding what to store in long-term memory or to discard, we're seeing, basically that on a projector in our dreams is basically, that's what we're catching a glimpse of what our brain is, either dumping or keeping or, things that we're, so.
But then how do they, because I don't know, a lot of dreams aren't necessarily things that you've done.
Right.
So
maybe it's just, things that you just thoughts. Yeah. I don't know. It's thoughts that you might've had or things like that are either being stored or dumped. And we're just seeing kind of like a fast forwarded version of that, I guess.
Yeah.
Like all the data is just like going on this projector and we're watching that as the brain is, dealing with all this information and
crazy.
But yeah, that's all I got. That's all my research.
All right. I got a few
table.
things here. I some of the ones that frequent dreams that I have. One is you're running late or something super important. I'm always feel like I'm running late to something. In their interpretation from harpersbazaar.com. Anyway, says interpretation is if you work in a deadline-oriented field, which I don't. I used to. This is one pretty self-explanatory, says Lundberg. Is not timeless or likely to still to blame, but they're self-imposed. Maybe you want to lose weight or you want to reach a level in your career by a certain date. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Some always wanted to do better and want a better job.
For me, it's a smaller penis.
This one's not so much. I used to have these dreams, but this is some dreams you guys might have out there. You guys listening, dreams of falling can be associated with feeling out of control or overwhelmed. This also relate to feeling unsupported and insecure. Are you insecure? Are you feeling insecure?
Never. Never.
Let's see what we got. Here's one. I've never had this dream, but I wonder if you guys do. You're naked in public. You ever have a dream like that?
No, I've never had that one.
You have?
No.
Yes.
Ben has, but I haven't.
So these dreams are often accompanied by feelings of embarrassment and shame. Pff, no surprise there, Ben.
Walked right into it. Oh God.
It could also be related to feelings of vulnerability and exposure. I mean, it makes sense. Naked exposure. But if you are nude and feeling no shame, it could be the total opposite. You're nudist or something, Ben. Perhaps this person wants.
I like being naked.
Perhaps this person wants to be seen, acknowledged, admired. Yeah, not from us. Not this group.
Look at my pay.
Put that Tic Tac away, Ben. Now here's some I every once in a while I have this dream. It freaks me out when I wake up. Your teeth are suddenly falling out.
I
I have it. You are.
Can't say I've had that.
And this one kind of makes sense. You are an anxious person. It could be pent up anxiety coming through in the form of a dream. You might be thinking of this as being a concern about one's competence, strength, power, ability to take a bite out of the world, says Braun. This common dream can be associated with times of change and transition. That makes a lot of sense. Always changing, moving somewhere. Now, this one is kind of a mash for me. I always have dreams that I'm flying and being chased by like Freddy Krueger or somebody, or just some figure that you never see.
While you're flying?
Well, I'm being chased, and I realize in my dream, like, because I get self-aware in my dream, I go, wait a minute. I just jump up and fly away. I go, see you later, Freddy.
No shit.
Yeah, I don't know how I can do that, but it's just like I remember dreaming.
In your dream, though, when you land and you turn around, is Jason suddenly standing there again, like,
No, for some reason, every time I land, like I'm in, like, the dream changes to something. Like all of a sudden, I'm in the beach or something. I don't know. It just
I'm just like,
it just randomly
let's say
changes.
you're just like across to like Turkey, and you land, and
Right.
fucking Jason's saying like, "Come on, man,
Gotcha, bitch.
there's no fucking way you're here in Turkey, bro."
It says you're being chased. It all depends on who is doing the chasing. Often people are being chased by a monster. The monster may be manifestation of an indiscretion of addiction or debt. Okay. If you have an unfortunate dream or nightmare of being chased by someone you know, it could differ. Your association about the person chasing you are often more insightful than focusing on the actual person chasing you. Keep in mind, people in dreams can be substitutes for other people or even substitutions of aspects of ourselves. Huh.
Interesting.
That's pretty interesting.
I remember when Ben chased me through the dining facility.
I know you told me that story.
And I was trying to run my fastest, but Ben was literally behind me going like this. Like he was like part of Scooby-Doo. And because he was doing that, I was laughing so hard.
Yeah.
That, like I couldn't even move. I felt like I was paralyzed. I was laughing so hard. That image is like burned in my brain. I look back and I see Corners like, like one of the funniest things I think I've ever experienced.
Oh, and the going to one last one I have here is actually flying. It says a flying dream is described as a positive and exhilarating experience, but if you are feeling fear while flying, then it suggests that you are afraid of a new challenge of success.
Huh.
Difficulty flying may be also an indication of lack of confidence. No, lack of motivation and some hesitation of your part. Huh.
You're
You're learning a lot about me here, guys.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. I've got three. One is being able to breathe underwater. I don't know. It's just one I've had a lot over the years. It's just one that keeps coming back. From checkmydream.com. Breathing underwater can mean a person who has such dreams and is very much influenced by spontaneous ideas. This person can easily dive into the deeper layers of his consciousness.
No pun intended.
and feel great being in such a state.
Gotcha.
has another interpretation and may mean that the person who dreams of such a plot will soon have some kind of a change in his life. Moreover, if the thickness in the surrounding water has a transparent hue, then good events should be expected. Not sure. I don't.
That would be a wild dream if I'm just like,
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am now Flipper.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I have a hard time remembering my dreams.
Opposite for me.
But there's a few that stick with me.
Yeah.
Another one is not being able to speak. You know, like kind of like screaming and nothing is coming out type of thing. Dream. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say I was just shaking my head and agreeing. I have those too.
This one is from dreammoods.com. To dream that there is no one listening to you speak suggests that you are not being acknowledged for your work or achievements. Perhaps you are feeling ignored.
That's every day on this show.
It's episode 1 through 19.
It's like, asshole. I know.
He's like, starts crying.
Oh my God. No.
You guys are making it worse. Stop it.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. It more happens. It more happens like, I don't know, like if I'm trying to get somebody's attention or something like that, you know what I mean? And just nothing is coming out.
Gotcha.
I don't know. It's really weird.
Explains the stash.
Kind of like that bitch in Titanic.
Yeah.
Can't stand it. No.
Bitch, you
That's
better
'cause she was
sound off like you
suffering
got a pair. Anyway,
That's because she was suffering from hypothermia.
whatever. Don't fucking defend her, Ben.
Excuses.
And there was more space for him to get up on that goddamn
Selfish
thing
little
too.
bitch.
There was. She could have saved Jack.
I've seen all the analytics on this.
Well, maybe she was really married and go, this is awkward.
Yeah, Jack she just kind of
stay in the
pushes
water.
him
Just
off.
stay in
She's
the
like-
water.
Just gonna release you into the friend zone.
What I want to know is how did he freeze to death, but she didn't?
Well, she was on top of the door.
Yeah,
He was there too.
He was
They
in
were
the damn
both
water.
soaking wet.
yeah,
True, but
Eh,
she was
I don't know.
she was a few minutes away from dying of a hypothermia.
yeah, probably.
Oh, man,
there's holes in the plot.
Yeah,
No.
I feel like this should be like a return on this topic because
yeah.
we should actually
My
write
last-
that down. Top Titanic.
Right. My last one is being in a maze or a labyrinth. And the same one, dreammoods.com. To dream that you are in a maze denotes that you need to deal with a waking task on a more direct level. You are making the situation harder than it really is. Alternatively, the maze symbolizes life's twists and turns, represents indecision, confusion, missteps, feeling lost, or being misled.
Diggs. He said lost in a maze, not Mr. Roboto.
I was lost.
He was like doing
I'm
a
limited
Roboto
by
dance.
my headphone cord, so I couldn't like. Thank you, man.
All black people rhythm my ass.
But it's like some of these are fucking nuts. Like mealworms. To see mealworms in your dream indicates that you are hungering for a new experience. What the fuck do mealworms have to do
Who
with a
tied
new
those
experience?
two things together? What
That's what I'm saying. It makes no sense.
in your dream? Like, are those mealworms? Oh no, those are night crawlers.
Right. Or if you see,
I'm gonna get divorced now. Oh god.
or like to see raw meat. To see raw meat in your dream represents obstacles and discouragements that you will come across as you move towards achieving your goals.
I could see that because when I whip out my meat, it is discouraging to some women.
Can't go one episode. We can't do it.
Oh shit!
I for sure thought we were
No,
gonna go one.
no. Oh god.
Or like,
What were we gonna
okay, if
I don't remember
you-
anymore.
Oh, here you go. Speed. To dream that you are taking speed. So I'm assuming the drug indicates that you are putting yourself in a dangerous situation, particularly if you do not use speed in your waking life.
How do you even take speed? Is it like a pill?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it?
Yeah.
You smoke speed? What the fuck?
I don't think you can smoke.
How do you do drugs, people? Leave it in the comments below.
I think you can take
Snort it?
No, well, yeah, you could do that, and you know, because you're ingesting it, pills.
But it's just like, I mean, how do they come up with this shit? It's almost like the guy fucking writing this is just smoking a fat.
No, what they do is they get a big bowl, right? Not bowl,
Right.
bowl, and they put like just random things in there and just pull it out. You did hear yourself, right? He said bowl, not bowl.
I swear I said bowl.
That's what I thought. Bowl.
Well,
Bowl.
your accents are terrible. So
Bowl.
anyway,
Bullshit.
I don't know. I don't understand it, but
no.
Is it all we had?
That's all we had for that. Last.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to do on the military tradition? I really don't have anything, so I thought we were just gonna do one per.
Yeah,
per
we'll do one, and we'll let Ben go.
Okay, yeah, Ben, let's go first.
We're only doing one?
Yeah, let's just do
one person. But do
okay.
Yeah.
One person.
Yeah. All right. I've got 3 for right now. One is for, I don't know if it's specifically for airborne units or if it's, you know, across the board, but blood wings / rank. Okay. When I got my airborne wings pinned on me, they literally push the pin into your chest,
right,
causing you to bleed, thus blood wings. So, you know, same thing when I was, when I went up in rank, basically, you know, you have your rank on your lapel and they push it into your shoulder blade. And then everybody comes up and kind of, you know, gives you one of these things and it pokes you.
It hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts.
Yeah, it does. But it's a rite of passage, you know, and these people that are pussyfooting around this shit, they're messing things up.
Right.
You know, you should be
it.
proud of it, man. Plain and simple. But yeah, you know, like I told you guys once before, I was lucky enough to have my dad pin my wings on me.
Yeah.
And you know, it was a great moment. It really was. But another thing to kind of piggyback off of the whole airborne thing is when a paratrooper gets to their first unit, primarily it's done in the 82nd, but when I was with SF, we did it there as well. It's the cherry helmet for the first airborne jump in that unit.
Yes.
Not to mention, they also make you fill your pockets with cherry pies.
Yes. Yep.
And they say it's, you know, if you get hungry, when you get down, you can eat something.
That's the lie they tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not what it's for. It stains everything.
Yeah. It's supposed to stain your clothing to let people know that you made your first jump in division.
Right.
Pretty cool.
But when I was with SF, it was actually funny. I actually painted this helmet. It was bright freaking red with 2 cherries on each side.
That's awesome.
And then on the front in big black letters, it says cherry jump.
Nice.
Cool.
So, yeah. My last one is I'm not going to call it a tradition so much. It's more or less a unit that my father was with, a SF unit, his first jump there. It was pitch black, Hollywood jump. That means they had no extra packs, no gun. It was just you and your parachute.
Yeah.
Pitch black outside. They all jump out. And as my dad is coming down, he hears psh, 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 like all around him. And he's like, you know, what the fuck is that? and when he gets to the ground, he goes up to his platoon sergeant and he's like, you know, hey, Sarge, what was that noise? And the guy looks at him and he's like, You didn't drink your beer on the way down?
Yeah, that's a good story, man.
Which obviously they don't do it anymore, but I don't know. I thought that was kind of cool.
Hell, you can't even fucking smoke anymore at 18. They ain't handing out beers and fucking units. God, the military's gone so soft.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Makes me sick.
All right, guys, let's close it out with our moans, groans, complaints, our final thoughts. Ben, we'll end it with you.
All right, folks. Again, as I say all the time, do your research. All right. If you're going to go hiking in a new area, even if it's in your own area, okay, do your research, because as soon as you get outside into those woods, into the desert, wherever you may be, it's very easy to get turned around. Okay. Not a lot of people have an internal compass. So do your research, figure out what you need to know to be prepared. My next one, as I'm starting to do, is plug my buddies Veterans Outreach, Molly Whoppers, and the Misfits Veterans Outreach. We have 22 veterans a day, folks. 22 veterans a day that take their life, and it is just it's a travesty. It truly is. If you want to try and help the veteran community, go check them out. Molly Whoppers and the Misfits. They have a GoFundMe account. They have a Facebook. You can find them on our Facebook page, and they're trying to get enough money around to buy a bus, outfit it to where they can take veterans on weekend trips, fishing, camping, concerts, whatever the case may be, even if it's just hanging out at a bonfire. It's Molly Whoppers and the Misfits. Go check them out. Donate today.
Yeah. As always, the suicide prevention number is 800-273-8255. 800-273-8255. Just like Ben said, we're losing 22 vets a day, and that's just veterans. I'm sure it's way more in the civilian sector. And like Ben said, as far as, going out in the wild, do some research, man. I mean, it's so simple. Like, to tell someone where you're going to be and try and learn some stuff. I mean, there's so much shit you can learn on YouTube that will blow your mind.
Or you just go back to step 2 and call it a day.
That's step 2. Other than that, that's all I've got. Your fun fact for today is that the average person will spend 6 months of their life sitting at a red light.
Oh my God.
Damn.
I'm never seeing at a red light again.
Yeah.
I'm running right through them.
I'm wasting my time.
I mean, you already sleep for a third of your life.
Right.
Now the rest, 6 months of your life,
I really wish I didn't know this now.
you're spending at a red light.
And that's probably just on average. If you live in the city, it's probably even more than that.
Probably 8 months.
When the fuck are we going to start living? Anyway, that's all I got.
All right, my final thoughts is going to be, hey guys, join us on episode 19, where we're going to talk about mythical creatures like Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, all that good stuff. Chupacabra. And also, we're going to talk about what we would do during a zombie attack and what you should do as well. And also, Diggs created a new fun game that it's going to be really, really offensive to people, but it's still going to be funny anyway. It's going to be called Black. Is it black, brown, or white?
Yeah, black, white, or brown.
Basically, it's going to be questions. Like a story.
Basically,
that's happened.
I read a news headline about something crazy that happened, and
we
Ben and Lee
guess.
have to guess whether they were black, white, or brown.
Right. Exactly. Okay, guys.
And why they believe that they're black, white, or brown.
So, guys, if you like this episode and any episode, please give us a thumbs up. I have to keep begging for comments and thumbs ups. Please just help us out. It helps us show out by promote. That's why we still only have like 80 subscribers, because no one's sharing, no one's commenting, no one's giving a thumbs up. So please, guys, help us out. If you guys are listening on Spotify, just go on the YouTube. Just give us a thumbs up if you like us, because Spotify doesn't really have any way to like us, as far as I know. anything like that.
You could
Okay.
send us money if you
Help us out.
Also, I just got. If you guys are interested, I just got this new our That's with Vendetta shirt, and the back has our logo on it. I would advise if you guys are gonna buy some shirts, buy like a size larger, or maybe a double X because they run kind of small. And this is a double X, and it's kind of small on me. So, all right, guys, my final thought is today is just for you guys. Stop doing that, or you'll go blind.
doing what? Doing what?
You know.
Love you, America.
We're 10-7.
Much love.